guys, welcome back to another episode of my video log. So the last video that Yusuf and I posted was of us at the Nationals, and that was about 6 or 7 weeks ago now. And since then we've both been in training for another competition, which we'll both be taking part in 2 weeks' time in Ashington in Newcastle. And we've been following a pretty similar split, some of which Yusuf's spoken about in his video log. But we've basically been following the same daily undulating periodization approach that we both use for Nationals, and we've just had it set up for us by Eric over a shorter period of time, and been kind of following a volume phase leading into a strength phase, with kind of each day following a different focus across the week. So it's gone pretty well. Unfortunately, I've not really been able to add much to my total or my individual lifts, but I'm kind of keen to compete at a local level and hopefully try and take some of the local records at this next meet in 2 weeks' time. I guess it's kind of a poignant point for me in the year, as the first time that I competed in powerlifting was in this very same competition last year, and it's kind of making me realise the progress I've made, both in my approach to powerlifting and nutrition, and also, physically in terms of my total and the individual lifts, on both kind of a weight lifted basis and then also a technique basis as well. And I guess the main issue that I wanted to discuss this week was just the idea that has really been reinforced to me recently, that you're never too advanced to tweak with your technique and learn new things. Recently I've been playing around my squat technique, and this is kind of some of the videos you're seeing are me playing around with kind of stance width, bar positioning, and different kind of setups and routines before I actually lift. And I've noticed that I've still got a lot of room to improve on technique, even though my lifts are at kind of what's considered a national level in powerlifting, at least. So yeah, I guess quite humbling realization for me was that I've actually got a lot of room to improve on squat, deadlift, and definitely bench press, which has remained more or less the same for the past year. And I think it's something that is worth bearing in mind when you're considering your own training, not to just hammer away at the same technique and the same form, but to consider trying sumo deadlift, or consider trying a wide stance or an arrow stance on your squat. I know recently that I recently switched over to sumo, which is what you're seeing here, and almost over the course of a month added 20 or 30 kilos to my deadlift. This is 280 that I'm pulling here, where actually my grip went at the very top of the lift, but 6 months ago in a conventional stance that just wouldn't have been possible. So yeah, I think that's kind of the tip that I want to give you all this week, is look at your technique on squat, bench and deadlift, and try and make a change to each one over the next training cycle, and see how that might leave you some room to improve in your training that isn't just sets, reps and load.